last one.
James releases, got behind Butler, and somehow couldn't control it. Butler and James getting tied up, shoving. Tony Brothers like separating them like a hockey fight, and now going to get double technicals. Just a matter of time before he was going to do that. It started harmlessly, but they couldn't get untangled, and neither one would let it go.
Well, Butler got a foot in his face. James also pushed Butler right there.
Technical foul called on LeBron James.
Now you saw that kick from Butler, again trying to get moving.
Trying to add to a 20-point lead. Never mind. Cannon with the steal. And finally, these fans here at the United Center have something to cheer about as Butler and Smart come nose to nose. Gerald Green, the voice of reason with Marcus Smart.
Not many people have said that before, Brian. The voice of reason being Gerald Green. He's pretty fiery himself. But, you know, Marcus Smart got the ball stolen from him by Isaiah Cannon, and he didn't like it, and he gave Butler a little push, and he felt that Butler was, he felt like Butler was holding him when he was trying to bring the ball up the floor. You're going to see it right here. He feels like right now he's getting fouled, and Isaiah comes in there and takes it from him.
A lot of frustration there, and a little shove. Dennis Scott was right there. What'd you see, Dennis?
Thing, guys, I was right underneath it, and Smart got the rebound. Jimmy Butler's being physical with him. Isaiah Cannon steals the ball, and he thought he got fouled, and then Jimmy Butler gets in Smart's face. No punches are thrown right here in front of me.
By Webster. Hit ahead, Nene to the basket. Timeout, Chicago.
I'd say they needed that.
Look out, Nene and Butler butting heads, looking at each other. Nene loading up to throw a punch there. Noah gets in the way. They had collided, and like two Brahma bulls, they had their heads forehead to forehead. And now you got to be careful to see if players came from off the bench area, because I'm looking here, there are only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5 bulls out there, so there are 5 wizards.
Well, here you're going to see the play.
Now watch Butler here at the back end as Nene gives him a little chicken wing. Butler the head back, and look at this.
Yeah.
And now watch here is it Jason Phillips. I give him credit for getting in there. Nene grabbed the back of Butler's neck, wouldn't let him go anywhere, and they will certainly look at this and replay.
Nene gives the hit first, and then initiates the headbutt.
Woof. They'll check it out in the timeout.
And Wade on the other side was waving for the ball. He was wide open. Now Butler and Dante Cunningham kind of pushing at each other.
I'll tell you what, don't mess with Jimmy Butler. He's about that life. Don't mess with him. He will go at you. And he took exception to Cunningham grabbing and holding on the other end. And he just let him know, don't do that anymore. Stop it. Now we can see it again. So then he just came over and bucked Jimmy again. So he's trying to get Jimmy out of the game. Jimmy now has a 1 technical foul. You don't want to get caught up in that. But watch this. You know, it's just a screen, and then Jimmy's just going to grab him and let him know what time it is. Like, hey, don't do it again.
Cunningham leaves the game as he takes a leisurely stroll. So,
well, he did what he was supposed to do.
Alvin Gentry.
Crawford. The elites and nearly got it to go on the tap-up. Rubio now exchanging words with Jimmy Butler at center court.
So here's one of my things in years past, too, is that really Minnesota never really had any toughness. And even with Nikola Pekovic, who was a tough guy. He just did not, he wasn't that guy that was going to protect a teammate necessarily. I mean, he would do it, but just not too many tough guys. That guy's a tough guy. That guy's an actual tough guy who is going to protect a teammate.
Offensive foul on Griffin. Who draws the charge? Jimmy Butler.
This is what I'm saying. They made the switch till late. They don't make Jimmy guard him the whole game. But when it's been crunch time, they put him on it. And Jimmy is anticipating the drive. Tries to beat him to the spot. Right shoulder in. That's close, Mike, though, huh?
It is close now. Players have to be separated. It looked like it was just jawing as they were walking up the court. You see the officials, and if they're going to hand out some double technicals. You know, it looked like Butler and Griffin were fine just going back and forth. Langston Galloway sticking up for his teammate that Butler took exception to. So much ado about nothing.
Possessions, a chance to get it down to single digits, but couldn't score. Muscala, bingo. A big time shot, but a big kid from Bucknell. Uh-oh, here we go again. Bradley being held back by Simmons. All of a sudden, these teams don't like each other. All the coaches out on the court. The players have to stay in the bench or they get ejected.
Butler trying to screen him out.
Whoa.
Kind of the same as the last one. Some pushing.
All day long from Embiid. Good feed to Allen. Hit high that time by Embiid and crashing again to the floor. My goodness. Dudley and Simmons into the stands. To go back a couple games ago when Embiid threw an elbow as Butler has to be taken back. When Embiid gave that elbow up high and in the chops to Allen, here was another shot from Embiid to Allen, and Dudley didn't like it and got in there.
And what made it worse was the post-game presser when Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid was asked about that, and they were joking. So here's the hard foul first from Embiid on Jared Allen. I mean, that's all ball. It doesn't even touch his head. But here's Dudley coming in the middle.
And then Butler pushes.
And then Butler with the push in the backside. And then it extends into the front row right in front of the Sixers bench. And, I mean, that is a good hard foul by Embiid because he's going for the ball. It looked bad in real time. And then here you see, and then you got Simmons and Embiid, and there's no love lost between those two.
7, and they were up 13 at the half. Here comes Butler. Warren spinning him around, and Butler not happy with that. Had to be restrained by Leroy Richardson. Jimmy, do not take yourself out of that New York weekend. Oh, don't read lips, Heat Nation. Do not read lips. Well, Butler definitely agitated by that spin around foul from T.J. Warren, and the officials will take a look. Butler is still very upset.
Need Jimmy to calm down here. He's just too important to the team to get tossed right now. They need him in this game. He's got to calm down. Got fired up because he really beat and had Warren totally beat. Warren grabbed him to spin him around. We're going to take several looks at this here. Watch Warren's hands. Grabbed him by the left arm and spun him around, held him.
So Leroy Richardson who is in his 25th season as an official, did a good job of diffusing what could have been an explosive situation. Leroy Richardson, 12 years in the United States Navy, an underwater sea surveillance specialist. That time on dry land, did a very good job of diffusing what could have been a huge problem for both Butler and T.J. Warren.
Well said, partner, well said.
Look at Leroy. Look how quick he was in there. That's terrific officiating.
It is. Get ahead of it.
Calm prevails, and the Heat go back to work ahead by 23. And Warren right back on Butler. Oh, Jimmy. Put a shoulder into the chest of Warren, and then Warren just got himself tossed out of the game for taunting. Well, neither player showing much in the way of poise right there. Oh, my.
Well, what's going to happen?
I don't know if you saw that on TV or not, but T.J. Warren, that is a no-no, my friend.
And that's why Warren's going to be tossed right now. This is his second technical foul. This is why it's so important that they call those first technical fouls. They have no toleration at all. And T.J. Warren, who's the leading scorer for the Indiana Pacers.